The advice and opinions expressed by Dr. Grandpiche and her guests are meant solely as suggestion and should not be in any way construed as child-specific advice.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Piché is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Piché.
Dr. Grand-Piché.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Piché.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Piché is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Parent says, we went to a park the other day. They were having a concert, and all I really wanted to do was sit on a blanket and listen to the music. But my son is autistic and 6 years old. I have to stay on him and to make sure he doesn't run for the trees or the parking lot or just leave with some random person.
Yeah.
Even last year, it felt like all the moms in our group were on this same page. But this summer, I feel like they've left us behind. My friends were sitting on the blanket sipping wine while I was watching my 6-year-old and their 6-year-olds. It just killed me. The biggest issue is that I can feel myself giving up hope. I can't picture a time when I'm going to be able to sit on the blanket drinking and not worrying about where he is and what he's doing. Is this my whole life? Is it still possible that he will eventually be independent? Have we passed the point of no return? How would I know?
Yeah.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, that's very, very heartbreaking. And I think I'm trying to kind of give guidance that is from a very different perspective.
Okay.
Because you struggle a lot when you have this image that you're trying to fit into, and now your child with autism doesn't allow you to quite get there.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a lot of what happens, right?
The drinking
it's like,
on the blanket.
Drinking on the blanket.
It's like arriving.
Exactly. And it's like, I need to be able to drink on the blanket while my child is, okay. So assume that that's really like something very important to you that you want to do. But under the current circumstances, assume it's not going to happen. So how do we make it happen for you? Maybe you need to have a au pair or a nanny or a younger cousin or some other thing that's going to allow you to have that. It's not quite the same. It's not.
Yeah.
But you'd be perfectly happy sitting on that blanket having a glass of wine with your friends if, let's say, you had a younger cousin or a nanny or just someone you've hired for 2 hours off of care.com is playing and engaging and making sure your child is safe.
Yeah.
So not, and not everyone can afford all kinds of help. But the truth is, sometimes we get stuck in thinking things have to be a certain way, and they don't. If you can have the end result, but it's in a different way, it's all good.
Yeah.
Like, I remember thinking a lot when my kids were young, shit, why do I have to work? Like, why do I have to leave them? Why do I have to travel? Why can't I this? Why can't I do that? Right? And what's going to happen if I'm not here? And all that sort of stuff. So I had au pairs. I had au pairs who were with me, and they helped support the kids, and it all worked out. And whenever I could travel, I took them. It was a very different, people, when I say every time I had a child, pretty much like with Sonny, he came to work with me when he was 2 days old.
Oh my gosh.
Nikki, I took like for 3 weeks off, my first, right? And then with Charlie, I literally, as soon as I could walk, because she was a C-section, as soon as I could walk, like 5 days later, I brought her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when I tell my friends, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It was just different.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, not everyone at the office would hold Sonny, and you know what I mean? So it was a different way, but he was with me. We had the same thing. So it's
And I don't know
different.
anybody closer to their kids than you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're like my best friends. Yeah. But it's like, I made it work in a way that it worked.
Right.
Where like I had to travel, so I made a fun thing out of it for them, where every time I was gone, they would open a gift every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you change your vision so that you get what you want out of it, they get what they want out of it. It's different than what you expected. It's that beautiful poem.
The Paris, or the Holland.
The Holland poem. I love that, right? Because it's so perfect. It's such a beautifully written poem about how your life is different, but stop grieving the life you thought and stop fighting to get back there, because this could also be, Holland is also beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, it's much easier said than done, but it is there. You just have to give yourself additional supports. That's the key. That's why you and I fight all the time, Shannon, for people to get support, for people to get resources. That's why we have Act Today. That's why, because the bigger issue is everyone needs to realize if you have a child on the spectrum, you're gonna need some more help.
Yeah.
Period.
Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.